Hello, wonderful people. It is time once again for another session of Trivs at Home. Welcome. Hope you guys have had a had a wonderful weekend. Actually, it's on a Tuesday now. Sometimes, depending on where you are in the world, maybe on Wednesday morning. So obviously you've had your weekend. So hopefully those of you tuning in, you had a wonderful weekend. It's pretty much what I'm trying to get out and say. But it seems I had a bit of a word fumble jumble there. Let me just adjust the camera to make sure the height and everything's alright on it. But yeah, I think we're all pretty much set to move on forward with another session of Trivia at Home, guys. So welcome. We're doing a Tales of the Supernatural tonight. So that's right. It's going to be a sort of like a horror-y, supernaturally, ghost, ghouls, aliens, monsters, that kind of theme for the trivia that we've got on for tonight. So that's very exciting. It's going to be ghouly and ghostly and all that kind of fun stuff. So going to relate to a lot of TV and movies and books and any other kind of stuff you guys know in regards to anything scary and supernatural like. John Rankin over in the Facebook chat. Welcome, mate. Good to see you. We're doing a Tales of the Supernatural trivia tonight, so it's going to be quite the fun session of trivia ahead. So very exciting stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. I've got all the other windows up and running, so hopefully everything's coming through a-okay on everybody's end. It looks like it is from this side of things, which is great. Let me just double check that it's all a-okay on this end, just making sure it's all coming through on the platforms correctly, which looks good to me, so that's always a good thing. So YouTube seems to be working, Twitch is alright, Facebook is there, and yes, Ghostbusters logo, Ghostbusters, indeed. Ghost, that does relate to the supernatural theme, John, so thanks for sharing that one. Good stuff there. But yeah, hopefully it's gonna be we got a few people in tonight and we have an exciting round of ghostly trivia tonight. So looks like it's running smoothly on all the platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, and of course Facebook, which is great. So that's all good. It's all good on this side of things. Oh, I've just got a reply from the multi-stream platform that I'm using because I was having something going on with the YouTube channel, but that's alright. They said that in case you can do that, I'll do that next time. That's alright because I can't get to that right now, so that's fine. But I'm glad they go back to me in regards to a minor tech issue, but it's not going to stop me from moving forward with what we've got planned for tonight. Anyway, so that is all good, all good. So again, welcome to those who have never played before. This is Trivs at Home. That's right, trivia playing at home. We've been doing it for quite a few months now, pretty much when the whole coronavirus outbreak thing started and everyone was stuck indoors. I, like many others, got their jobs put on hold. So one of my jobs was actually a trivia host, and that meant that I was unable to bring trivia to the wonderful people of where I used to host at particular venues. So I decided that it could be a cool idea to maybe try and do this from home, just by obviously streaming it. So I started off on Facebook and then did that there for a while to friends and stuff, and then used my public page, and now I've branched out and got a Twitch channel and a Mixer channel, and the YouTube channel is there as well, but I just wasn't using it at first, but now I am. So kind of branching out to different platforms. I've got an OBS software, so I'm doing a whole doohickey thing. It started off on my little mobile for the Facebook Live, just streaming on my phone. So no crazy special effects or anything cool like this we have on the screen, and come a long way, which is very exciting. So always looking at trying to make this a lot more fun and exciting and improving and just better for those who want to tune in and watch. So that's always good, but might just quickly check and make sure that everything is good on Facebook and stuff. It looks like it. Alright, good stuff there. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's all exciting that we've come this far with all this trivia stuff. So again, it's exciting. And John says, Jeremy, this was such a legit idea. Thank you, John. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that you love this idea and it's working for you. I'm glad that you've been tuning in. That's alright. I'm hoping a couple more Facebook people jump on. I know that a couple of places like that, starting this out, when obviously the coronavirus stuff happened, everyone was stuck indoors. But I know some states and different parts of different countries are actually able to go back to work and stuff like that, or school, or whatever it is that they're doing. So I know, especially for those maybe back at my home, where I'm originally from, in Melbourne, Australia, it's a Wednesday morning there, or Wednesday midday, so people could be working at school and that kind of thing. So maybe part of my audience there may have been lost for the Tuesday sessions that I'm doing. The Fridays are still good because that's usually a Saturday morning or Saturday lunchtime for these guys. So everyone's usually home from school or home from work. Hey, Paul Hazelwood, good on ya. Good to see ya. We're doing some trivia. Tales of the Supernatural theme tonight. John says California is still on lockdown. It is. I mean, some of the US states are still locked down, but they're partly opening. So maybe some people are partly at jobs or, trying to get back out into the workforce again, socialize, going to restaurants, which I'm definitely not doing, not risking it yet. I'm letting the pawns, like a game of chess, let the pawns go out first, and I'll be like the king or the rook or something just hanging at the back, waiting to see what happens. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going back into a lockdown again, because as soon as everything opened again, cases started going up, which means everyone's going to be put back indoors. So who knows, maybe we'll start getting an influx of people again with this trivia. So again, I'm just doing it for whoever wants to tune in. So if I get one person, if I get 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, I don't mind. I'm here to do this. This is what I'm doing it for. So it's good for me. It's good practice for me to get it across. So yeah, obviously doing this is great for me when I do eventually get out into trivia hosting, because it's just enhancing my experience as a host. I'm getting great footage. I'm having a lot of fun with everybody, for those who tune in. So it doesn't bother me how many people we get, as long as those who do tune in have fun with me. That's all we ask. But yeah, so we've got 4 rounds of trivia tonight. We've got 10 questions per round, 1 point per correct answer, except for the confidence round, but I'll explain how that works when we get to that. Now, the confidence round is the last round of the trivia, so there's 4 rounds. So the 4th round is what we're talking about there, and I'll explain how that works when we get a little bit closer to it. Now, 1 point per correct answer, no points lost for incorrect answers. So even if you don't know the answer to something, have a guess, because you never know, you might guess lucky and actually get it. So that'll be very exciting if you do that. We've got breaks between each round as well, so you guys can stock up on drinks, food, use the restroom, bathroom, stretch your legs, whatever you need to do, feed your pets, feed yourself, feed your kids. Maybe you are a kid. Feed your parents. I don't know what the roles of people are that are watching, but I'm just giving suggestions out there on what you guys can do with your breaks, or you can just relax, maybe do some stretching. Totally up to you. But yes, we encourage team and solo play, so regardless of where you are watching this from, whether you're at, well, hopefully not at work, or maybe you're on a break at work, that's totally fine too. You can watch this at home, if you're by yourself, with friends, with family, get them involved, form a team, and have some fun. Now prizes, we're not going to have any prizes unfortunately tonight. We'll put those on hold until Four Pines Brewing gets back on board with the sponsoring, which should start at some point next month. So it'll just be claim to fame that you won trivia for the time being, for first, second, and third place, until I get Four Pines Brewing back on board in regards to prizes. We are getting that in motion, it's just they aren't on yet, so that's all good. But yeah, and we're also doing links down here in the tip section for this page of the welcome screen. This is all for the Black Lives Matter movement, so if you guys are curious about it and want to know where you can donate and find out some more information, we've got a US link at the top for those who are based there. We've got a Australian link for those who are based in Australia, my hometown, to look into, find out some more information and donate there. And if you don't actually have any money and you want to try and figure out something else you could do to help out, there's a YouTube link there that you can copy into your web browser and just watch and play it through. Now it goes for about 50 something minutes. Now you can watch it to learn and educate yourself about it if you haven't already. But the ads from all that is actually all the proceeds from the ads go towards the Black Lives Matter movement. So that's what that's for. So you can literally just have that and repeat it and loop it, and it's all good. And that's how it gets through. So fingers crossed, you guys can do that one and then just, yeah, repeat it. Don't have your ad blockers on, that helps out there. So that's pretty much how the trivia works. Now I want to bring up the next page, which is going to be our first round 1 page, just to kind of show you the setup for those who are new and haven't played before. This is what the screen's going to look like for the round 1 trivia. I seem a little bit small. I'm going to try and like maybe lower the camera just a tad. There we go, so I'm a little bit more in frame. And John, yes, you actually know something today. I found out in regards to some mail that I sent out. My mother just got her Mother's Day card that I sent. She messaged me this morning. She just got the Mother's Day card that I sent her. That's how bad the mailing system is right now, or at least in regards to mail that I'm sending out. And that was just an envelope. So even like little prizes and stuff that I've sent out to people, apologies that it hasn't arrived yet. I have no idea what's going on with the mail service, but I know it's not just me. If you look up, there's heaps of people having issues with mail not being delivered, rejected, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the Mother's Day card that I just, so not just sent out, the Mother's Day card I sent out just arrived to my mother in Australia, like literally a month or so later. So apologies if prizes haven't got to previous winners just yet, but they are on their way. Hopefully, we'll hold on to hope that they do get there. If not, we'll give it a little longer because, like I said, the Mother's Day card just arrived today, which is crazy. And then I'll figure out something else in regards to prizes for you guys. But Karen Graham, there you are. Good to see you. Thanks for chiming in and joining in for the trivia. We haven't started yet, we're about to, but it's the Tales of the Supernatural theme round. So the theme of the trivia is going to be stuck up here above me here. It's a little bit smaller tonight just because it's a longer title, but hopefully you guys can read it. It's just the Tales of the Supernatural. So just for whatever those who tune in to find out what's going on to this video, they know that, okay, that's the theme. And then over on the other side, whoops, this side, we've got round one, and then the ghost. That's the theme of the first round that we've got. I'm just going to have a sip of my drink here. I believe it's called an Irish coffee. I've got some whiskey in a coffee because that's what I wanted to go with. In the last minute panic that I went and made a drink. Because I'm out of beer, I actually just finished my whiskey. And I do have red wine left, but I didn't want to have red wine tonight. Red wine, not when it's still quite warm here in Cali, so not doing red wine when it's quite warm. Which reminds me I need to go out and get some more alcohol. Who knows? I mean, you know, let's see what I'll get for next time. But yeah, so round one's going to be all about ghosts. So what we say is don't put answers in any of the comments. Please use a pen and paper or note-taking app device to keep track of your answers, and then you're going to send your answers to me at the end of each round. And the way that works, if you're doing this on Facebook, you can do it by the Facebook Messenger option, where you just take a screenshot of your answers that you've written down and just send that to me as a picture on Facebook. Otherwise, there's a Google Forms link that you can use to send answers through to me. So the way that works, you just open up the Google form, the links attached in all the descriptions of all the videos on the platforms and in some of the titles as well. But if you do need it again, let me know and I can pop it into the chat windows accordingly for you. The way it works is just a Google form link. You put your team name at the top, choose what round number you're submitting for, put the appropriate answers in the corresponding round question numbers, and then submit form at the bottom. Now, make a copy of those answers because you're going to need to know what answers you've submitted because you'll be marking your own answers when we go through the answers after each round, alright? And at the very end, you'll be sending me a final score of everything, and I'll be double checking everything during all that. So it's kind of like having two heads, double checking and making sure that everything adds up and everyone's points are correct. So that's how we do it here, pretty straightforward. So it's very exciting. I'll just quickly check the other chat streams and make sure, because I know the chat isn't all integrated into one, so that's okay. If it's not all integrated into one, I can just keep an eye out on it in one screen, which is totally fine. And I can just do that, so I can close that part there, which is great. Alright, so we're going to bring up question number one, ladies and gents. So let's get right on into it. It's all about ghosts. Ghosts for round one. These are your normal text-based questions. So let's get right on into it, guys. Here we go. Question number one is this. If you want to see her, go into a bathroom, it's usually at a school, turn the lights off, stand in front of a mirror, and repeat whose name 3 times. If you want to see her, go into a bathroom, usually at a school, turn the lights off, stand in front of a mirror, and repeat whose name 3 times. Lewis Parker, welcome on Twitch. Can you be a mod to help me out? At the moment, I'm doing okay, but I can assign that to you possibly after the Twitch, or let me get that. Now, at the moment, in regards to modding and stuff for people playing on Twitch, what I will do now, if you pay attention, if it is your first time that you've come here and played, what we're going to do is we don't submit answers in the comments, alright guys? So you don't submit answers in the comments, write them down on a piece of paper, like it mentions up here, or note-taking app device, and you'll send your answers to me at the end of each round. So in other words, no spoilers for people in the comments, no giving away answers. I look like a spaceship commander, says John Rankin. That's all good, I appreciate that. Callum Smithy, I'll see what I can do, mate, but thanks for joining in and coming and playing some trivia. So what we're going to do it is you guys make note of the trivia answers to the questions that will be popping up on the screen here, and then you'll be sending me the answers at the end of each round using the Google form link that I've got. I can actually get a copy of that for you and put it in the Twitch chat for you, which is totally and easily fine. What I'll do, I'll just quickly work up that into the stream chat for Twitch. There we go. I've just copied that into the Twitch chat for those guys commenting in the Twitch stream. I appreciate that. And thanks for coming in and watching, guys. You guys are rad. If you like trivia, feel free to give me a follow or like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, keep up to date when we do all these fun stuff. On Twitch at least. And I also do game streams in that, but that's just Twitch. Now, over in the Facebook land, this is look like a spaceship commander. I appreciate that. It's because all the stars and stuff behind me with this cool little backdrop that I've got, which is always exciting. I like changing up the colors and stuff. And Karen says, is Chromecast working? Well, I hope it's working for you, Karen, because it's on your end. If your Chromecast is working, it should hopefully be working for you. If you want to put me up on your TV screen, that will be totally super cool. But yeah, so question 1 here. Remember, write these answers down to yourself and you'll send them to me at the end of each round. No putting them in the comments, alright? If you need further information, that's all up there. So that's all good for you. So yeah, if you want to see her, go into a bathroom, usually at a school, turn the lights off, stand in front of a mirror, and repeat whose name 3 times. That's question number 1. Question number 2 is this. Each Hogwarts house has a ghost. Name all 4 of them. Now, I've divided this one up because it's 1 point per correct answer. Because you're going to try and name all 4 of the Hogwarts house ghosts, I'm giving 0.25 of a point for each correctly named ghost. Callum Smithy, I'm glad if you just want to watch and play, that is totally cool. Both of you, I encourage you to play, get the hang of it, see how it all works, and then we can discuss in regards to modding after that. Again, I appreciate the offer, guys, I really do. But yeah, just for now, have some fun. Play some Trivs with us. That's what we're all here for. Play some trivia. Yeah, we're doing some Tales of the Supernatural themes, so it's all like ghouls, ghosts, all that kind of fun stuff. So round 1 at the moment is all about ghosts. So get my finger pointed in the correct direction. So each Hogwarts house has a ghost. Name all 4 of them. You get 0.25 of a point for each correctly named ghost. The Hogwarts houses. That's right, there's 4 of them. I want the ghost names, not the house names. I want the ghost names. Says John Rankin over on Facebook. The ghost names. It is the ghost themed round. We're not doing a Harry Potter themed round. We're doing it about ghosts. So the ghosts in the Hogwarts houses. There's 1 in each particular house. They all have names. 1 is quite well known. The Gryffindor house. Most people should maybe get that one. But the other ones will be a little bit trickier. May have seen them in the films and definitely in the books. Oh, you want my mic turned up a little bit? Is it a little bit soft for you guys? Maybe I just change the angle of it. How's that sound? Is that a-okay, or do you need me to turn it up a little bit more? Again, let me know if the mic is still a little bit low. I can alter that volume if need be over here. So we've got 4 rounds of trivia, guys. So this is round 1 at the moment. There's 4 rounds of trivia that we're doing. So 4 rounds of trivia. Alright, question number 3 now is this. The dead men of Dunharrow are doomed to haunt a bunch of places for abandoning their oath to Isildur. In what fictional land? The dead men of Dunharrow are doomed to haunt a bunch of places for abandoning their oath to Isildur. In what fictional land? Question number 3 here. John Rankin says, better for the volume. Great stuff, mate. I'm glad that all worked. Just gave the dial down below a little bit of a notch up, and I angled the mic a little bit better so you could hear me. Yeah, question number 3 here. The dead men of Dunharrow are doomed to haunt a bunch of places for abandoning their oath to Isildur. In what fictional land? Question number 3 here. Alrighty, question number 4 now. In William Shakespeare's Macbeth, after murdering his pal, Macbeth is throwing a party and is haunted by his murdered pal named what? So what is his murdered pal's name? In Macbeth, the play Macbeth. He murders his friend. What a crappy thing to do. And after doing so, he's throwing a party and is then haunted by his murdered... I was going to say moided. Moided? Moided? Who is moided? By his murdered pal. What is the pal's name? All in was ghost related for round 1. Round 2, it's all going to be about aliens. Alien theme for round 2, and that's a multiple choice round as well for those who haven't played before, especially those over in Twitch who are joining in. So we've got round 2 will be multiple choice. Round 3 is going to be a pitch round on monsters. So there'll be pictures on the screen, pretty much roughly in this section here, and you'll need to tell me the name of the monster. And then confidence round in round 4 is a random question round, but I'll explain how that works when we get a little bit closer to it. It's a little bit of a special round. Big points for that round. Alrighty, question number 5 now is this. Known in comics, video games, 90s movies, and cartoons, name this friendly ghost. Known in comics, video games, 90s movies, and cartoons, name this friendly ghost. Now this one should be an easy one. I do occasionally throw really easy ones in there for people just to, well, pretty much give out a couple of free points, because I'm a kind host. I like helping. Occasionally I give good hints as well. Sometimes I give really subtle hints. Sometimes I give lame hints. Lame hints are also fun too. Maybe they're in the form of puns or something, depending on the actual question in its own. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this one here, known in comics, video games, 90s movies, and cartoons, name this friendly ghost. Alright, question number 6. First appearing in 1988, this ghost has been a recurring character in a popular video game franchise. The only way to stop it chasing you is to look at it. What is its name? This ghost's name. Callum Smithy says, a new person, question mark. Remember, no answers in the comments, but I guess you can put joke answers in the comments. We've had a few of those. Entertain each other in the comments if you like, but again, no spoiler answers in the comments. We're here to play, have a bit of fun. A bit of game show, a little bit competitive, but it's fun competition. First appearing in 1988, this ghost has been a recurring character in a popular video game franchise. The only way to stop it chasing you is to look at it. Name this ghost. This ghost. Ghosty, ghosty, ghost. Number 6 there. Number 7 is this. Name Patrick Swayze's character from the movie Ghost. Name Patrick Swayze's character from the movie Ghost. Lewis Parker says he's playing. Good stuff. I'm glad both Callum and Lewis Parker are playing. Good work, guys. It's a fun round and fun trivia session at all. It's Tales of the Supernatural. We're doing a horror theme, ghosts, ghouls, goblins, monsters, all that fun stuff. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you guys have some fun today or tonight. Where are you guys watching from? Are you guys based in the US like myself, or are you watching from a different country? Okay, number 7 here is name Patrick Swayze's character from the movie Ghost. The character. Or his character's name. Question number 8 now. The Grady twins are 2 little girls who were murdered by their father, Delbert Grady, that appear in what film? Ooh, we've got both Lewis and Callum over in Northern Ireland playing. That is awesome. I love Ireland. I was actually visited there back in 2011, so that was 9 years ago now, and I had the time of my life there. I went to Portlaoise, Dublin, and Cork while I was over there. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Love the fact that I've got some people from Ireland watching. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful place, beautiful people, no doubt. Yeah, the Grady twins are 2 little girls who were murdered by their father, Delbert Grady, that appear in what film? We're almost near the end of round 1, guys. Now, we do have a break between each round. So you'll be able to stock up on drinks or snacks, use the bathroom or restroom if you need to, stretch your legs. Question number 9 now is this. According to American folklore, who was a Hessian trooper killed during the Battle of White Plains in 1776, where he was decapitated by an American cannonball? According to American folklore, who was a Hessian trooper killed during the Battle of White Plains in 1776, where he was decapitated by an American cannonball? Now remember the theme, guys. We're looking at ghosts. No, Lewis Parker, I do not read out people's answers. I keep a copy of those for when at the very end of the trivia. So because I get everyone to send answers to me at the end of each round, You guys will also be keeping score of your, okay, keeping track of your own scores as we go through the answers. So we do round question. We have question repeats that pop up on the screen, so they'll come up in lots of 5. So questions 1 to 5 will be on the screen for 30 to 45 seconds, and then 6 to 10 we launch into a break, and then after the break we come back. We go through the answers to the round that we just did. So they'll pop up on the screen. You guys will see how you did based on the answers you've obviously written down, and you've also sent a copy of to me, whether through the Google Forms or the Facebook Messenger app, depending on where you're watching this from, what platform you're viewing this on. You guys are on Twitch, so you were using the Google form. And then you'll be keeping track of your scores. At the very end of it all, I'll be tallying up and double checking the answers for the ones that they've submitted, and then we'll find out who wins tonight's trivia. Now, in regards to winning anything, usually, yes, we have a company that's been on board, Four Pines Brewing, that have been helping me out with prizes, with like beers and other merchandise and stuff. But they have put this month's prize stuff on hold, so they're going to be back on board next month. So tonight there's no actual prizes, unfortunately. It's just pretty much gloating purposes and here to have fun. But there will be prizes as we move forward into the following month. And question number 10 now, since I've just done that explanation for you guys on Twitch, which is great. Name the 4 ghosts that appear in A Christmas Carol. Another 4 ghosts question. So, A Christmas Carol. There's 4 ghosts that appear in it. Name all 4 of them if you can. Ah, John, I didn't see what question you asked me. Can we guess the sequel to for an extra point? What question number were you asking that for? Let me know over in the Facebook chat. Sorry, I was attending to some comments in the Twitch chat and I didn't see the Facebook chat comment from John there. But yeah, let us know what question you were asking that in regards to. Okay, number 10 now is naming the 4 ghosts that appear in A Christmas Carol. Again, a quarter per point per correct ghost. So you get all 4, you get the full point. You only get 2, you get half a point. Perfect. Now, if you guys are done, which is great, what you can do now is you go onto the Google form link that I've posted either in the chat windows or in the video link description, depending on what platform you're watching this from, and follow the form and just submit your answers that way, and then you can get that through to me, and then you're done with that. Otherwise, I'm about to go through a question repeat option for those who may have come in a little bit late or want to double check a question in regards to an answer that they were going to give to make sure that they're giving the right answer. So what we do, we pop those up on the screen in 2 lots of 5 questions, so you guys can just double check that, and then we go into a break. We'll go a break for a couple of minutes, and then we come back, go through the answers, and great work, Lewis. You are flying through it, mate. Appreciate you sending that through in the Google Links form. That's fantastic. And we're going to go into a break for a few minutes. We'll come back, go through the answers to round 1's trivia, and then we launch into round 2. Alright, so that's how it's all going to work here. That's how exciting and fun it is. John mentions it was the Grady twins. Ah, well, I can't give you an extra point, but I will just be curious if you want to tell me. You totally can mention it when you send me the screenshot or the if you use the Google form, and I will make mention to you that you got that extra credit. It's not a point, but it'll be credit. So, and like a little fun fact. We get to learn little fun facts here, so John Rankins will be telling us a fun fact, alright? So that's how that's going to work. But yeah, we're going to launch into the question repeats, which will pop up on the screen, then we go into a break, and we'll be back momentarily with the answers to round 1 and launching into round 2. And also remember, guys, come up with a team name for yourselves, because I do read those out, because I like coming up, seeing what come up, I'm gonna try that again. I like reading out and seeing what you guys come up with for funny team names. Sometimes they're witty, punny, strange, weird, simple, something in relation to the person who's playing or the team they're playing. I don't mind, but yeah, I like reading them out, see what you guys come up with. So again, team name encouraged. But anyway, here come the question repeats, and then we're going to a break. We'll see you soon.
closer. I should have kissed you then. Your hair was longer. I pulled away from it. Moved to the city. Over the Tappan's Bridge. You like the colors. I can't see anything. I'll be your coffee. I'll be your poster child. Walking like Jesus when all the stores are closed. You think of drowning out in your parents' pool. The water's freezing. It was September. I think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you now. You're coming back. Now you're coming back. You want that glimmer? I should have told you then. Now more than ever, the broken pieces fit. Scars and confetti, sawmill and Pontiac clips. I kept Valhalla, but I still want everything. I'll be your sweater, you be my wedding wall. Fighting like Gandhi, when all the lines are down. You dream of flying along the Zuydersee. The sky was yellow, I still remember. Think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you now. You're coming back home. Now you're coming back. I think I know you. We were here before the start of the storm. It's all around us now. We're coming back.
Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are back, just like that. Thanks for those who sent through their answers to me using the Google form link, or for those who did it by the Facebook Messenger app as well with the screenshot. Great stuff, really appreciate it. We've got a few teams playing tonight, which is great, tuning in on a variety of platforms, which is always fun. So again, appreciate that, guys, and I hope you guys, thanks for sending that through. Now, I'm going to read out some of the team names we've got playing for tonight, so that way you guys can see, I guess, who you're up against, or even cheer for yourselves when I read out your team name. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. So we've got, in no particular order, just in how I received them in regards to the questions and all the rest of it when you submitted them. We've got Lewis, we've got Honey Bear, and we've got Sir John, we've got Team Goop, Penguins and Pigeons, a couple of regular teams in here as well. We've got the Supernaturals, which is the new team, and we've also got the Ghastly Ghouls. So again, welcome to all the new teams, and thanks to those who are teams who have played several times before and are tuning back in just as always as my regulars. I appreciate it. Good to have you back. So what we're going to go through now is the answers to round one's questions, which is all about ghosts. So let me quickly just pull all those up for us. I'll just open up my docs folder there. There we go. Alrighty, so I'm going to bring the questions up on the screen and I'll be reading the answers out as we go. If you want to see her, you go into a bathroom, usually at a school, turn the lights off, stand in front of a mirror, and repeat whose name 3 times? Well, that would be Bloody Mary. The answer is Bloody Mary for number 1 there. Number 2, each Hogwarts house has a ghost. Name all 4 of them. John, oh, did I forget your team name, sir? Oh, hang on a second, hang on. Where do we have? 10... Ah, the hospital gang. Oh, I thought that was the... I thought the hospital gang was the the thing you were mentioning in regards to the Grady twins. I didn't know that was your actual team name. My apologies. I thought the hospital gang was your reference to the Grady twins, the sequel, is what you mentioned in regards to that question earlier in round 1. That's what I thought the hospital gang was. I didn't know that was your team name. My apologies. We also have, ladies and gentlemen, the hospital gang playing trivia with us tonight. There you go, John. How was that? I've got you, buddy. I appreciate it. And again, sorry, I thought that was in reference to your mention earlier about that. So the hospital gang is another team playing. So there we go. We've got, I think, 7 teams now, which is great. Awesome sauce. But yes, so the Hogwarts houses each of them has a ghost. Name all 4 of them if you can. 0.25 of a point if you get for each one. First one, we have Nearly Headless Nick, and that's the Gryffindor ghost. We have Fat Friar for Hufflepuff, the Bloody Baron in Slytherin, and then the Grey Lady for Ravenclaw. So those are the 4 Hogwarts house ghosts. So there you go. Now, Nearly Headless Nick, he was quite popular and known in the movies at least. I don't remember the others too much, but I do remember Nearly Headless Nick for the Gryffindor house. So hopefully you guys got at least one of those. But if you got all 4 of them, or even more than that, like more than one, that's great. Good work, and 0.25 points per ghost. Correct answer there. Number 3, the dead men of Dunharrow are doomed to haunt a bunch of places for abandoning their oath to Isildur in what fictional land? Well, that would be Middle-earth from Lord of the Rings. And Isildur was the guy who cut off the one ring from Sauron's hand, and he cursed them for not fulfilling their oath. So there you go. Middle-earth for number 3 there. Karen says, I put Billy. Billy the ghost? Is that for the Hogwarts ghost? I love it. Good work. Alrighty, number 4 here. In William Shakespeare's Macbeth, after murdering his pal, Macbeth is throwing a party and is haunted by his murdered pal. Named what? It is Banquo. Banquo. I think that's how you pronounce it. B-A-N-Q-U-O. Banquo is his murdered pal's name who haunts him. He sits on his chair and he's covered in blood and stuff in the play. But yes, that's the name of his murdered pal's ghost. Number 5, known in comics, video games, 90s movies, and cartoons, name this friendly ghost. Well, that would be Casper, the friendly ghost. Casper, the friendly ghost. Karen put Billy Connolly. Oh, as one of the ghost names, as the characters. Ah, good. You're going with the funny answer there, Karen. I like it. You're going with the funny answer there. Nice one. Best Casper for number 5, guys. Number 6, first appearing in 1988, this ghost has been a recurring character in a popular video game franchise. The only way to stop it chasing you is to look at it. The name of this ghost, what is it? Well, it is indeed Boo. Boo is the ghost name from the Super Mario game franchise. So it's Boo. Boo the ghost is what we're looking for here. Remember, it's all about ghosts, so Boo is what we're looking for number 6. Number 7, name Patrick Swayze's character from the movie Ghost, alongside Demi Moore. His character name is Sam Wheat. Sam Wheat. Now, if you just had Sam, that's totally okay. I'll give you that. You didn't need the surname. But if you also had the surname, well, you just get an extra thumbs up from me. That's to you guys if you got the surname too. 2 thumbs ups on this side. There we go. Alrighty, so that's question number 7 there. Sam Wheat. Number 8, the Grady twins are 2 little girls who were murdered by their father, Delbert Grady, that appear in what film? The film is The Shining. The Shining is the film we're talking about here for question number 8. Number 9 now. According to American folklore, who was a Hessian trooper killed during the Battle of White Plains in 1776, where he was decapitated by an American cannibal? Well, that would be the Headless Horseman. The Headless Horseman is what we're looking for here. The Headless Horseman for number 9. And then number 10, name the 4 ghosts that appear in A Christmas Carol. Again, 0.25 points per correct ghost name here. We had Jacob Marley, which was his old business partner. And then we have the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future. Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, Future. And then we have Jacob Marley. So there you go, those are the 4 ghosts. And John Rankin says Dr. Sleep is the sequel, not the Hospital Gang. That's what I thought he said in his message. I misinterpreted that. So Dr. Sleep was the sequel to the Grady Twins question, which I believe was number 8. So there we go, guys. So that's round 1. So remember, keep track of your answers and your scores that you've got. You'll be submitting them to me at the very end of this trivia session. So keep track of that, because you'll be adding them up after the end of each round as we get to the end. So without further ado, ladies and gents, that is round 1 done. Now we move on to a little more of a fun round. It is a multiple choice round. So the way that works is like this. Bam! New menu on the screen here. It still Tales of the Supernatural, and we've got aliens above my head there. That's what it is. Aliens is where my head would be connecting. I'm actually sitting on a stool at the moment because I was standing, and now I've decided I thought I'd give it a try sitting. I'll see how I go with sitting. If it doesn't, stay comfortable, I'll go back to standing. But it's okay. So the way it's going to work is questions will appear down here, and then the multiple... Oops, again, wrong hand again. The multiple choice options will appear in this blue box here on the side. So question, down here, multiple choice on this side, okay? So the answer will be somewhere on the screen as we go through these. You just have to either guess which one it is, or if you know it, write it down for me, alright? So, ladies and gents, here we go. We're moving on to the aliens for the Tales of the Supernatural. Trivs at home. Trivia. Let's get right on into it. Question number 1 is this. Alf, the friendly extraterrestrial from the planet Melmac. What does ALF stand for? The ALF. Is it all love forever? Aliens love fighting? Alien life form? Or almighty language friend? Now these ones are always fun because I get to come up with occasionally a silly multiple choice potential answer, which is always great. Obviously the real one's always in there, but I get to come up with some fun ones if I like. So, Alf, the friendly extraterrestrial from the planet Melmac, what does his name stand for? Is it all love forever? Aliens love fighting? Alien life form? Or almighty language friend? So round 2 now. So those who are playing on Twitch, you'll just be using a new Google form submission. So when you submitted your answers to me the first round, it'll just be an option of thanks for submitting it, and then it'll be like submit another form, and then it'll just be the same form as last time. You just choose round 2 for the round choice this time, and then you just put in your corresponding answers, okay? That's how it's going to work for the Google form for those who are, again, first-time players. And again, thanks for tuning in and watching. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, for those Lewis, Parker, and Callum, I'll have a chat to you guys after this in regards to the modding situation. Because, yeah, definitely interested. But we'll have a bit of a chat about that for sure. Again, appreciate the offer for that too. Alright, question number 2 now is this. The Sesame Street Martians from Mars are called what? Are they Bip Bips, Dip Dips, Zip Zips, or Yip Yips? Ha! This was a fun one too, because I got to just come up with funny names for them. And funnily enough, one of these is actually correct. So, there you go. The Sesame Street Martians from Mars are called what? Bip Bips, Dip Dips, Zip Zips, or Yip Yips? Try to say those ones too fast in a row, it's quite fun. Yeah, the Sesame Street Martians from Mars are called what? Bip Bips, Dip Dips, Zip Zips, Yip Yips. Which one? Which one? A, B, C, or D? Now when you're answering this and you're submitting the forms, you can either do the A, B, C, or D option, or you can actually write out the answer. Either or is okay. Either and or and either. All the above. You know, that's what I mean. So you can submit them and it'll be A-okay. That's how it's gonna work, guys. I appreciate that stuff. Have a look over these sides of the streams. Everything's great. Awesome sauce. Loving it. Alright, number 3 now. The What franchise depicts a series of deadly encounters between humanity and a hostile trophy hunting extraterrestrial species. The What franchise depicts a series of deadly encounters between humanity and a hostile trophy hunting extraterrestrial species. Is it Alien, Predator, Gazoo, or Furion? What's the franchise? Alien, Predator, Gazoo, Furion. Aliens. Tales of the Supernatural. Wasn't there a show called Tales of the Supernatural? Like a cartoon series, I believe it was. And it used to be like cool ghost stories, reimagined, or with slight twist or something on it in cartoon form. and had a cool dude like reading the story at the start. I forget his name. I'm pretty sure it was. I feel like it was. It was like a cartoon animated series of some sort. I think it was actually called Tales of the Supernatural. I feel like I watched it on Cartoon Network or something. Maybe. It was a long time ago. But I remember it being a cool show. Yeah, Alien, Predator, Gazoo, or Furion. Question number 3 here is which franchise we're looking for. Question number 4 now is this. Vulcans are a humanoid species who live by reason and logic. In what universe? Is it Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate, or Star Spangled Banner? Give you a hint, starts with Star. Yep. And that would be one of those hints that's lame. Yep, told you, I give hints. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're difficult, sometimes they're lame or weird or punny. That one was a weird one. Or an obvious one. But yeah, Vulcans are a humanoid species who live by reason and logic in what universe? Star Trek, Stargate, Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate, Star Spangled Banner. So looking for here. Starts with Star. Looking for here. Number 5 now is this. Name the coffee-loving, lazy aliens from the Men in Black movies. Are they Kimmerans, Nibbles, Urkins, or Teletubbies? Name the coffee-loving, lazy aliens from the Men in Black movies. Kimmerans, Nibbles, Urkins, or Teletubbies? John Wagon says, I should have said Star Wars from Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Yes, I was thinking of different star potential names, but again, I do have this listed as family friendly on one of the platforms that I stream on, John, so I decided against that particular name. But again, I appreciate the suggestion. Again, always appreciate suggestions, trivia theme ideas and stuff as well. Always send those through to me if you like. I've got a whole list and stuff. A lot of them are from people like you who have been playing these trivia nights in the past and have sent ideas through. We've done quite a few over the last couple of months, so again, if you have any other trivia theme ideas, send them through. I'll be coming out with July's schedule in the next coming days as well, which is great. We'll get a whole month in advance. That's right, so you guys will be able to plan ahead. Comes up on the break screen with the schedule. And that way you can be like, oh my god, that next Friday he's got a really cool one. I know some friends will be involved in that and they would love it. And then on Tuesday I'm going to call my family and get them involved because they are involved and watch this stuff and, you know, all that fun stuff. So that's why I do it. Give you guys a heads up. And I know you were joking, John. I appreciate it. We have a good conversation and banter in the comments here. It's always good fun. Number 6 now. What is considered to be the first action movie to feature a female action hero? Is it Terminator, True Lies, Aliens, or Underworld? What is considered to be the first action movie to feature a female action hero? Terminator, True Lies, Aliens, or Underworld? Yeah, multiple choice this round, guys. After this is a picture round. Pictures! I'm still contemplating trying to figure out how to do an audio round and then incorporating that into this. I can definitely do it when it's like in a venue live because I can just play a track and that's totally fine, but when you're streaming like this, it's difficult with copyright issues and I don't want to step on people's toes, so I've got to try and figure out a way around that. So again, bear with me, hopefully we'll be able to get an audio round of some sort in the near future, but at the moment we're doing multiple choice and picture rounds, always involved with the trivia format. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Mixes things up a little bit. You get a normal text-based round, multiple choice, picture, and then we get a full random round to finish things off. Question number 7 now is this. The alien species Vogon, described as ugly, bad-tempered, bureaucratic, and bad at poetry, are from what? Is it The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Star Wars, Doctor Who, or War of the Worlds? The alien species Vogon, described as ugly, bad-tempered, bureaucratic, and bad at poetry, are from what? Is it The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Star Wars, Doctor Who, or War of the Worlds? It's question number 7 here. Almost near the end of the multiple choice round. Oh, I didn't change the background color on my little lights over here. I'll try and do that in the next break. And we'll come back and there'll be different colors. At the moment I've gone a blue and red spacey kind of theme with some With the laser lights that look like stars. Again, looks like I'm in space and stuff now. Question number 8, as John said before. Looks like I was a space captain. In Tim Burton's Mars Attacks, aliens invade Earth, killing many humans. However, it appears these aliens have one big weakness. What is it? Is it A, McDonald's, B, skinny jeans, C, loud music, or D, cats? In Tim Burton's Mars Attacks, aliens invade Earth, killing many humans. However, it appears these aliens have one big weakness. What is it? Is it McDonald's? Maccas, as the Aussies call it, like myself. Is skinny jeans, loud music, or cats? It's their weakness. I think I've actually seen this film. I know it, but I don't actually think I've watched this film. Strange, very strange. Number 9 now is this. Using a time machine called a TARDIS, name this humanoid alien. Is it Spock, Doctor Who, Bill and Ted, or Asgonian? Using a time machine called a TARDIS, name this humanoid alien. Is it Spock, Doctor Who, Bill and Ted, or Asgonian? Almost at the end, guys. Hope you keep track of your answers. We have the usually there's a little tiny bit of background music. Oh yeah, it's still playing in the background. And apologies, Risa Mei was going to be performing tonight, but again she's working on some voice reel stuff, so she'll be back on Friday. So usually she performs. She's my amazing singer lady from here that I have, my missus. Yeah, she's actually a stupidly talented singer, and she performs during round 1. When we come back from the break, oh no, before we go into a break, I think it is, or when we come back from the break, depending, I can't remember where we've been slotting her in there, but it's around round 1, and then at the end, when I'm double checking everyone's answers and scores, she comes in and sings for you guys there, so it's a little bit of extra entertainment on top of the trivia, so it's just a full-grown entertainment value, but tonight she won't be here singing, but she will be back on Friday, so get excited guys, Friday's trivia. And John says, is it Cats the Musical featuring James Corden? No, for the previous answer. I meant Cats the actual animal. I don't think the musical with James Corden was out yet in the Mars Attacks movie, so it could also be something that is their weakness, but in that movie it was unreleased yet, so there was no Cats musical with James Corden, so we don't know. But I do appreciate the check, John Rankin. I do appreciate the check, but unfortunately it wasn't released yet, so we don't know. Can't say for certain. We could probably say they would be, because I mean a lot of people are, that are even from here. But yes, it is not in that reference. I meant Cats the actual animal. And question number 10 now. Sorry, moving on. In StarCraft, name the race of insectoid aliens obsessed with assimilating other races in pursuit of genetic perfection. Is it the Terran, the Flood, the Chimerian, or the Zerg? In StarCraft, name the race of insectoid aliens obsessed with assimilating other races in pursuit of genetic perfection. Is it the Terran, the Flood, the Chimerian, or the Zerg? StarCraft. I loved this game when I was growing up on PC. Played this many years ago when it first came out. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Big fan. Yes, that is question 10, guys. So again, if you are done with all your answers, what you do, if you're doing it from Facebook, screenshot your answers for this round, send it through once again. Otherwise, if you're doing it using the Google Forms link, whether it's on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer, remember to select round 2 when you're submitting this set of answers and getting them through to me, alright? So again, submit into choose round 2 from the point options of the round selection, and then you can either put the A, B, C, or D, or you can actually write out the answer in there when you're saying the answers and putting them in for me, okay? I'll be able to know which one's which, because I have a copy of everything here that I can access. So again, question repeats are about to come up once again, guys. For this particular round, again, 5 questions for about 45 seconds, and then the other 5 questions for 45, and we're going to launch into a break once again. We'll come back with round 2's answers, and then we're going to move into the monsters. Picture round for round 3. Very exciting round. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Here come the question repeats, and we'll be right back after the break with round 2's answers.
I should have kissed you then. Your hair was longer, I pulled away from it. Moved to the city, over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors, I can't see anything. I'll be your coffee, I'll be your poster child, walking like Jesus when all the stores are closed. You think of drowning out in your parents' pool. The water's freezing, it was September. I think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. You want that glamour, I should have told you that. Now more than ever, the broken pieces fit. Scars and confetti, sawmill and Pontiac clips. I kept Valhalla, but I still want everything. I'll be your sweater, you be my wailing wall. Fighting like Gandhi when all the lines are down.
Alrighty, ladies and gents, looks good to me. And look, I changed the background colors. Now it's red. It feels like all scary and cool with the lights. Something's going on out in space there. It's all red now. And I just realized I'm not sitting on my stool. I moved it out of the way to stand up a little bit. But you know what? Let's get the stool back. I feel comfortable on this stool. Because I can. Why not? Let's enjoy the stool, shall we? Alrighty, so stool is back. Background is a cool red color, scary looking color, which is great. And again, I can change that. There's a variety of colors. Well, it's green, blue, and red, but I can mix and match them as well as just have them solo. But yeah, so we might just change that and try and keep it to different themes and stuff. So yeah, alien round. Let's get right on into it. Thanks again for sending your answers through for those who did. Awesome stuff. Alrighty, so we're gonna go through the answers now. So remember, you guys are gonna be marking your answers. Remember to mark them honestly, because again, you sent them through to me anyway, so I know that you did. Alright, so here we go. We have the friendly extraterrestrial from the planet Melmac. ALF. What does ALF stand for? Is it A, B, C, or D? It is actually C. Alien life form. Alien life form is the answer we're looking for question number 1. Question number 2. The Sesame Street Martians from Mars are called what? Is it A, B, C, or D? Bip bips, dip dips, zip zips, or yip yips? They are yip yips. That's right. Yep. It's also what they say a lot. So if you were trying to guess what they were, maybe if you remembered what they say a lot, but the yip yips. They also say something else. Can't remember what the other phrase is for like no, but yip yip is pretty much for the positive or the yes. But yes, so yip yips is what they are called. Question number 2 there. Number 3. The what franchise depicts a series of deadly encounters between humanity and a hostile trophy-hunting extraterrestrial species? It is B. Predator. The Predator franchise. That's right, the Predator franchise. So that's what we're looking for there. B for number 3. Question number 4 now. Vulcans are a humanoid species who live by reason and logic in what universe? Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate, or Star Spangled Banner? It's definitely not D. It is indeed A. A. Star Trek is the answer we're looking for here. The Vulcans are from Star Trek. Number 5 now. We have named the coffee-loving, lazy aliens from the Men in Black movie. Speaking of coffee-loving, I am, but I'm not an alien. At least I don't think I am, but I don't know that I am. But I don't think they're drinking Irish coffee. I can't remember, to be honest. But yes, is it Chimerians, Neebles, Urkins, or Teletubbies? That is indeed the Neebles. B. Neebles is what we're looking for number 5. Neebles. Number 6. What is considered to be the first action movie to feature a female action hero? Is it Terminator, True Lies, Aliens, or Underworld? Now, you might be wondering, this doesn't sound like an alien-related question. Well, that's because the actual movie, and the answer is Aliens. So that's why it's in there. That's what it was. It's quite an easy, obvious one that I didn't want to say because I would have given it away. But if you were thinking, how does this make sense in regards to aliens? Well, it's literally the answer to this question. Aliens. So there you go. Question number 6 was aliens. Number 7. The alien species Vogan, described as ugly, bad-tempered, bureaucratic, and bad at poetry, are from what? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Star Wars, Doctor Who, or War of the Worlds? It is indeed the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for number 7 there. Number 8 now is this. In Tim Burton's Mars Attacks, aliens invade Earth, killing many humans. However, it appears these aliens have one big weakness. What is it? Is it McDonald's, skinny jeans, loud music, or Cats? Now, it's not Cats the Musical because that wasn't released yet with James Corden, as John asked, so it could possibly be that, but when this movie was released, that wasn't out, so we don't know for certain. So the answer is actually C, loud music. Loud music is their weakness, so there you go. Number 9, using a time machine called a TARDIS, name this humanoid alien. Is it Spock, Doctor Who, Bill and Ted, or Asgonian? It is indeed Doctor Who. Doctor Who for question number 9. And then number 10, in StarCraft, name the race of insectoid aliens obsessed with assimilating other races in pursuit of genetic perfection. It is D, the Zerg. The Zerg is the race of insectoid aliens, is what we're looking for question number 10 here for round 2. So hopefully you guys did well with your answers for the multiple choice round. Multiple choice is always fun. I get to come up with cool, witty, funny, cheeky, weird answers as possibilities, and it's also an easy round because even if you don't know, you can at least try and guess because the answer is somewhere on the screen for you. So that's always exciting, so I hope you guys did well with that particular round. Also remember guys, if you guys are feeling generous and you're enjoying what you're seeing, I've got my PayPal and Venmo links down here if you guys want to show us some love and send a little bit of donations in. A little bit goes a long way, just like us. Because we're little, get it? I know, I use that joke and I'm horrible for using it, but at the same time I'm not. I'll use it if I want to. But yeah, so if you want to tip us, you can do so via PayPal, Venmo, and also Risa's in there as well for when she performs as well, because again, she's an amazing singer. You can check out my other videos that are still on Twitch, even on my YouTube channel and on Facebook, if you want to look at previous trivia nights that we've hosted and check out her singing on there. Well, we can tune in on Friday. Well, you can tune in on Friday and find out for yourselves when she'll be performing live for then. But yes, now we have round 3's picture round, all about monsters. And you know what? I'm going to change the background color for monsters to something like, I don't know, maybe creepy. What can I do? What can I change it to? What if we add a blue? No, that doesn't look creepy at all. What if we add green and then we take red off? It just looks eerie and slimy. That'll kind of work. Let's try green. See how that goes, alright? So there we go. That's how easy it is just to change the colors. You got a live presentation of how those color matches change. Alright. So, ladies and gents, new round, which means new sheet of paper. We're going into the picture round monsters. I actually may have to get off my stool for this, because I may have to duck over to this side over here, because the picture's going to pop up where my face is right now. Right in my face region. So, let's move the stool out of the way. I'm going to be standing for this round. Why not? I've stood for most of them anyway. So we'll just tilt that again slightly, so that way I'm kind of in rough shot. Alright, question number 1, guys, for the pitch round. You'll be naming the monster that's on the screen. So, tell me the name of this monster. Tell me the name of this monster. Tales of the Supernatural. Themed trivia pitch round 3. It is the monsters themed round. Name this monster. Tell me the name of this monster here. I remember growing up watching the films from this particular franchise, and it was scary as heck. But I loved it. I love the fact that it was scary as heck. I'm a big scary fan. I love the fact that something scares the crap out of me. I'm totally okay with it, and I will totally admit that I will get scared and jump and freak out because I love that adrenaline rush that you get from it. Well, I don't love it in the moment, but it makes for good stories afterwards. But yes, no, I do remember watching this growing up as a kid and stuff. Well, as a kid, maybe moving into teenager. I forget I watched it, but I was young. And it was creepy. And I believe I even had that hat and mask for like a Halloween costume too. But yeah, name this monster, question number 1. Number 2 now is this one. Now this image may look a little bit different or hard to read on your screen. Now, it is named the Monsters Round, so maybe I've gone, you know, a little bit off track. It's not just movie related. Think of monsters from like stories and other things growing up, alright? So here I'll give, moving forward with this round, it's not just going to be ones from like horror films or something like that. That's right. I'm expanding it to just monsters in general. But ones you should know, so again, not going to be something you probably never heard of. Well, at least not all of them anyway. But yeah, name this monster here. You want to give this monster a name? Well, not to give it a name, you actually have to tell me what the name is. What is it even known for? Can't just make something up. Question number 3! We have this one here! There we go. Come from these guys now. You can name them both, you can name just one of them. You have to name at least one of them to get the answer correct. But all the names of these monsters. At least one of them. You can give me both, fantastic. Again, double thumbs up for you guys. But you have to give me at least one of the names, alright? At least one. Name this monster. Question number 4 now is this one. We're going to do a little bit of a creepier looking monster there. That's right, a little bit scarier looking. But again, relatively well known, I believe. So tell me the name of this monster. And don't be like Fred or something like that, unless that is his actual name. But I don't think this one is called Fred. That's a weird hint, because it's just blatant that's not called Fred. Name this monster on screen right now. Not me, I'm off screen. Name the one on screen. There we go. So name the monster. Tales of the Supernatural. Question number 5. We've hit the halfway point. Name the monster, guys. Well, maybe duck over here, actually. Why not? My copy's over this side. Depending on the framing of the images, I can actually maybe hang here. That's totally fine too. I can maybe imitate this guy. Stand. I don't really have any eyebrows though, and he's got more hair than I do. He's got something in his neck. I don't have that. That's a shame. But yeah, question number 5 there, halfway through. Then we've got this one, number 6. What? What is this? What is this monster, guys? Tell me. Tell me its name. That looks creepy. Yeah, monsters. That's what the brand is. They're not all cute and cuddly. Some of them are quite creepy. Camegrams is Herman. Ha! Herman. Interesting name. Over the Facebook chat, it says Herman. We have this one here. Looks quite terrifying. Number 7 now. Let's move on to this one here. Name this monster. Now this one might be a little bit trickier. Again, not just like big famous TV film monsters. We're going into like historical monsters stuff too. Remember for question 5. Ah, yes, I figured that's where you were going with that one, Karen. The Herman monster. I get you. I see what you did there. Okay, this one here. Name the monster. Question number 7 there. Almost at the end, guys. Number 8, this one. Oh, that's kind of going a little bit wider, so it's chopping me off. This one here, it looks quite large. It's got some spikes on it. Name this monster, guys. Name this monster. Name the monster. Tales of the Supernatural. Pitch around round 3, question number 8 in the monsters themed round. What do you think this monster's name is? So we'll figure that out for number 8 here. Number 8, name of that monster. Moving on to number 9, we're heading towards the end, guys. We've got this one. Again, look at this, a black and white photo of it. So I've got some historical included monsters in this one. Black and white photo. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Let me know for your answers for this one. Don't write them in the comments again, unless they're joke answers. And you'll be submitting your answers to me at the end of the round, as you do. That's how you'll be letting me know. So this monster here. And then number 10's monster is this one. What do we think this monster is? What monster is it? Oh, it looks creepy looking. I think we only really had kind of like one cute looking one, and that was number 3 with the duo. The rest have been kind of creepy. But again, Tales of the Supernatural, we had to keep it kind of creepy, right? It's sort of been Halloween themed, but we just thought we'd include it for a TV Tuesday Tales of the Supernatural themed trivia. That's what we went with. Again, there'll be question repeats again with the pictures, 5 on each section. Again, they'll be up for 45 seconds, and then we're going to go into a break. So again, if you need those, then they'll be coming right up. Otherwise, feel free to send your answers to me once again using either the Google form or the picture option with the messenger screenshot if you're doing it via Facebook as well. And then if you guys are done, if you've done that already or you're about to do that, you just get a longer break than others, and that's totally fine. Enjoy your break, whatever you need to do. Stock up on your drinks or food, maybe go to the restroom if you need to. Check on your washing if you got some washing on, or if you're making some food. Please be mindful if you are making food. Don't burn your house down. Be careful. But yes, look after yourselves and check all that stuff out. And here come the question repeats, and then when we come back, we're going to go through the answers to round 3 and then launch into round 4, which is our confidence round, which I'll explain how that works as we get into it, alright? So just before we begin, we'll explain how that works. It's a little bit different to previous rounds, but again, there's big points up for grabs. But John Rankin, your question repeats are coming right up, sir. So again, hang with us. And here come the question repeats, and we'll be back right after this break, guys.
closer. I should have kissed you then. Your hair was longer. I pulled away from it. Moved to the city. Over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors. I can't see anything. I'll be your coffee, I'll be your poster child. Walking like Jesus, when all the stores are closed. You think of drowning out in your parents' pool. The water's freezing, it was September. I think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. You want that glimmer, I should have told you that. Now more than ever, the broken pieces fit. Scars and confetti, sawmill and Pontiac clips. I kept Valhalla, but I still want everything. I'll be your sweater, you be my wailing wall. Fighting like Gandhi, when all the lines are down. You dream of flying along the Zuiderzee. The sky was yellow, I still remember. Think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. I think I know you. We were here before the start of the storm. It's all around us, now we're coming back.
Alright, ladies and gents, we are back. Welcome back. Thanks once again for sending through all your answers. I appreciate that. Just gonna quickly double check and make sure that there hasn't been a last second one sent through for the Google Forms before we go through the answers, because we can't have spoilers. Looks like we're all good on that end, so good to see. I know the Facebook Messenger ones pop up quite quick, but the Google Forms take a second to come through, so just wanted to make sure that was a-okay. So we're going to go through the pictures now, guys, and give out the answers so you guys can see how you guys did. Let me just whip up the answers so I know. I mean, I pretty much know them as we go through them anyway, but I like just having the answers here just in case. So question number 1 was this creepy guy right here. Name of the monster for the monster themed picture round. This is Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger is the answer we're looking for here for number 1. Number 2, this picture right here. Who do we think it is? Who do we think it is? It's an older picture. This is Bigfoot. It is a photo of a believed Bigfoot sighting. So Bigfoot was the answer we're looking for number 2 there. Then number 3, these guys right here. I wanted at least one of their names. If you gave me both, again, double thumbs up for you guys. But no extra points, just I needed at least one name for the points. So you got Mike and Sully from Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully from Monsters Inc. That's what we're looking for here. Number 4, this creepy looking thing. Oh my god, look at that. Just face just opened up. Blech. That is actually from the Stranger Things show on Netflix, and it is a Demogorgon. A Demogorgon is what we're looking for number 4. Number 5, this one here. What do we think its name is? Well, it's Frankenstein's monster. It's actually Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein was the one that actually made it, so it's Frankenstein's monster is the answer we're looking for here. Frankenstein's monster. Number 6, then we have this one here. Karen Graham says, call him a Yeti. You called him a Yeti? Wow. Which one? For number 2, I think you're referencing? That's the one I think that looked like a Yeti. I can't remember. But then again, Julie Vitalik, hello, mother, welcome. Good to see you. We're just going through the round 3 answers for the Tales of the Supernatural. You can join in for the last round if you like, mum. It's just all Tales of the Supernatural, all things maybe like little creepy and horror and TV, film, books, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, this monster here, name this monster. Well, this one here is called a Babadook. A Babadook. Babadook. Yes, there's an Australian one, actually. Bit of Australian history for the Babadook. Number 7, then we had this one here. Hey, mum. Ah, Karen says for question number 2, yes. Ah, so you had the Yeti for number 2, but it was Bigfoot we're looking for number 2, Karen. Hey, mum. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We have question number 7 here, which is name this monster. Now, this one would have been a little bit tricky unless you've done some, I don't know, maybe some monster research or maybe you're Australian, but I didn't actually know about this until I was looking up, like, cool, famous monsters and stuff. Now, this is the Hook Island Sea Monster. Hook Island Sea Monster. It was apparently noted and recorded as a photo, and someone saw this in the water. And it was just this giant thing, and apparently it had eyes popping out of the water and stuff looking, and it freaked a whole bunch of people out. And there's only been, like, maybe this photo and other recreations of that. So, again, maybe another thing kind of like Bigfoot. Is it real? Is it not? But this is the Hook Island Sea Monster. And it was apparently discovered in Australia way back in the... Oh, I can't remember what year, but like maybe 50s, 60s? Maybe even earlier than that? But yeah, that's what we're looking at here. Hook Island Sea Monster. Number 8, this one here. Name this monster. Well, this one's a famous one a bit. I'll put my hand on this side actually maybe now. This one's a famous one. It's Godzilla. Godzilla is the monster for number 8 there. Then we have number 9. This one, another one that's in the water, popping its head out like that. This is also based on a mythological potential creature, or maybe it's real, but it's the Loch Ness Monster is what we're looking for. The Loch Ness Monster, number 9 here. And the last one here, number 10. This one here is actually from the Underworld movie. The Underworld movie with Kate Beckinsale. And it's actually a vampire. It's actually Marcus is its name. If you also have that, if you're an Underworld fan, but I would have also accepted it's a vampire. So it's a vampire we're looking for. I know it kind of looks like a bit of a gargoyle, but for this one in the recreation, the Underworld series, it is a vampire. So if you have vampire or Marcus as its actual name, you get the point, alright? So hopefully you guys did well with that round. That was the picture round for the monsters themed trivia. Well, I guess round, I guess. So, moving on to the confidence round now. Round 4. We've got this, and there's a little bit of information you guys need to take in, especially those who are new playing over on Twitch. So the way it works is 10 random questions. Now, being that it's a Tales of the Supernatural, it's still going to be ghosts, ghouls, aliens, monsters, and all that kind of themed, but not narrowed down like we've kind of had it with different rounds. So one round was based on monsters, one round was based on ghosts, one was about aliens. This isn't anything and everything in regards to supernatural stuff, creepy stuff, all that kind of stuff. So 10 random questions. You're going to rank your answers from 10 to 1, and the reason why is that you need to rank them from highest to lowest, from your most confident to the least confident. And the reason why is that instead of your normal 1 point for correct answers, in this round only, you can actually get your rank score for the amount of points per correct answer. So say, for example, you're like, question number 3, I 100% know that this is the answer. I'm going to put a big about 10 next to that because I know it's correct. If you are correct, you get 10 points just for that answer alone. So 10 points just for that answer. Big points right there with one answer just for this round. Now, you can only use each rank number once. Oh, Karen says, looks like an oil slick. Yeah, I know, in the water one with the, off the Hook Island Sea Monster. Does look a little bit like that, but hence why it could be mythological, or maybe they were seeing things or imagining it, but who knows. And then John Rankin said Dracula, I'm guessing for number 10. That wasn't Dracula, unfortunately. So not Dracula. It wasn't Bram Stoker's Dracula, it was actually from Underworld. It was a vampire. So I needed a vampire, or the guy's name Marcus, I believe it was. But yeah, so for the ranking round, so you only use each rank number 1. So you can't just put a big fat 10 on all of your answers. Once you've used 10, the next highest ranking number you can use is a 9, then an 8, then a 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to use each number between 10 and 1 with a possible 55 points you can get just in this round alone. So huge points, hence why it's a little more random, hence why the questions are going to be a little bit trickier. There may be a little easy question or two in there just because I like, again, throwing easy questions in there to help you guys out. But they are a little bit trickier than previous rounds because it's not set to a particular theme. So, once again, don't put answers in the comments. Use a pen and paper or note-taking app device to record your answers, and then you're going to be sending the answers to me at the end of each round. So once again, guys, here we go. Round 4, our final round, the confidence round in the Tales of the Supernatural Trivia Night. Moving into it now is this. What is the name of the Snapchat ghost? What is the name of the Snapchat ghost? Also, I changed the background again. I forgot I actually had a fourth color. There's white. So there's white, red, green, and blue. So I can do a variation of those 4 colors with this cool little projection background. So it's got a bit of a white. I should have had white for the ghost. I didn't know there was white on there. White background for ghosts would have made a little more sense, but now we've got white and red, so that kind of works. But yes, what is the name of the Snapchat ghost? Snapchat, you wonder? What is that? That is the app. The old app Snapchat. That's right, the ghost, the logo on that, actually has a name. And I want to know what that named character is. Well, I know what it is, but I want you guys to tell me in order for you guys to get points. And that is the end of the Irish coffee, and it was great. But now I'm out of whiskey, so I need to go to the shops. Had a good Maker's Mark. Any whiskey anyone recommends? I'm a big Maker's Mark fan, so I'm more than happy to just go get another bottle of that. But if anyone has any recommendations for a whiskey, also not too crazily expensive. Like, obviously I know good stuff is good stuff, but it's expensive. But I'm talking about one you can just casually drink. Let me know in the comments if you're a whiskey drinker. If not, totally fine, no stress, but just thought I'd put it out there. I like recommendations. Yes, what is the name of the Snapchat ghost? Question number 1 here. Number 2, what do K2 meters measure? What do K2 meters measure? This question here is brought to you by Risa Mei. That's right, she occasionally chimes in and throws some questions at me. And this was one that she presented to me, so I decided to include it in there. What do K2 meters measure? I was looking for here, question number 2. Now, you don't need to rank your answers straight away. You can wait till the end of the round once you know what all the questions are. Now, you've got all your answers written down, and then you can go through and rank them once you have them with you. You don't have to do it straight away. You don't have to be like, oh, I went up to question number 2, but I don't know what number to rank it, because it's too hard. No. You can wait till the end of the round. It's totally fine. Hang in there, get your answers down, and then rank them. Alright? So what do K2 meters measure? Number 2 there. Number 3 now. Name the show featuring villains named the Governor, Negan, and Shane. That's right. Remember how I said I'd occasionally throw some easy questions in? This one should be quite easy. You only really need to know one of those villain names and you will know what the show is. The Governor, Negan, and Shane. Name the show with these villains. Name the show with these villains. That's what we're looking for here. Yeah, just doing a bit of a dance, bit of a boogie woogie. Alright. That's what happened for. Name the show featuring villains named the Governor, Negan, and Shane. Question number 3. Number 4 now. What is Crowley's nickname for Sam Winchester in Supernatural? What is Crowley's nickname for Sam Winchester in Supernatural? If you're a Supernatural fan, boom. You should hopefully know this. I know Risa actually was for a very long time. She hasn't seen the last few, maybe series, I think, but she was a big fan of this show. She'd probably know this. I really think she would know this. Ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum. Crowley's nickname for Sam Winchester in Supernatural. Question number 5 now. How many people associated with The Exorcist died during production? Yep. This is actually a little bit sad and weird and also creepy. Because there was a number of people associated with the Exorcist film during production that actually died. I want to know how many. Well, I want to know how many you think. I know what the answer is. But it's kind of creepy. Considering that The Exorcist is a horror film, quite creepy, you know, possession and everything else. People actually died during the production of it. There's question number 5 there. Halfway through the confidence round. Just like that, guys. Killing it. Smashing it. Number 6 now. Shirley Jackson is the author of what popular 1959 gothic horror novel? There we go. We'll be into books now. I mean, a lot of horror films and stuff, a lot of them are actually based off books or novels and whatnot too. Some of them aren't, but some are. And this one here, Shirley Jackson is the author of what popular 1959 gothic horror novel? And maybe just by me saying that, there is also a possible, I don't know, show or movie about it too. If that helps at all. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I can't give you too much of a hint. This is a tricky round. There's a lot of points up for grabs. So it's hard to give hints in these ones. I mean, it's not physically hard. I could easily do it. But then you're going to sit there and go, boom! 10 points on the one that Jeremy gave us the hint to. Can't do that. Gotta make you work a little bit for some stuff, guys. I mean, I'll work to get these questions for you. You need to work to give me some answers. Sometimes. Alright? We work together. That's what we do. And like a well-oiled machine. Number 7 now. Ha! Thinking of supernatural. What? What do you mean? In the Flintstones, name the alien who is banished from his home planet Zetox as punishment for inventing a button that could destroy the whole universe. Now, I remember this actual character in the Flintstones, but I totally didn't know why they were banished from their home planet until I read this, and I went, wow, that sounds really morbid for the Flintstones. Like, I don't remember the Flintstones ever being something like that. And then I was just looking up and it was this alien is banished from his home planet as punishment for inventing a button that could destroy the whole universe. In the Flintstones. You do not think of anything like universe exploding, destroying everything in Flintstones. Like, literally, bedrock. They use their feet to move their cars. But yep, this is actually kind of interesting. Fun facts, right? Like I said, with all these trivia nights, guys, I've said in the past, you're going to take some random bits of knowledge with you out into the world after this, whenever that is, and something's going to pop up and remind you of some sort of question or reference or relation to a trivia question or night or mention here, and you'll be like, hey, I learned this, did you know? And then blah, blah, blah. People are going to be like, what? That sounds cool. And when that happens, I will say, you're welcome. Oh, Harry Gandalf! Over on the Twitch stream, mate! Hello, good sir. It is a long time no see for you. Just doing some trivia, mate. Doing some trivia. So we're doing a Tales of the Supernatural trivia theme. We're doing the final round at the moment, so we've only got a few questions left. But if you want to play, just write down your answers to the corresponding questions. They will all pop up again at the end after I finish this round, so you'll be able to check them. And then you'll be ranking them from 10 to 1. So 10 being the most confident, the highest number, 1 being the least. You only use each rank number once. You can get them sent to me through the Google form or private messenger option or whatever. But yeah, the Google link form, I can do it. So what I'll do, I can send you the Google link form in the trivia chat. I'm pretty sure if I scroll up, I've already done it anyway, which is, yep, there we go. I can copy and paste that again for you. So the way it works, Harry Gandalf, is that Google form link right there is a submission form you can just open up on your browser or whatever, and then just submit your answers through that. You just choose which round you're submitting for, which obviously this is for round 4, as it says up here, and then you just put in the corresponding answers to the questions, and then click on the submit form at the bottom. Remember to come up with a team name for yourself as well, which is great. But yeah, the questions are going to pop up at the end after this, so I know we're on question 7 now, but I always do a question repeat at the end of each round where each question from 1 to 5 pop up on the screen for about 45 seconds to a minute, and then 6 to 10 pop up as well. That way in case people come in halfway through or need to double check answers. But just for this particular round, when you have got all your answers, you need to rank them from 10 to 1 and put the corresponding ranking numbers next to your answers. You can only use each ranking number once, and then for each correct answer, you get your rank number for the amount of points as the correct number. So say you put a big fat 10 next to, say, question 3, and you got that correct, you get 10 points just for that answer. But once you've used 10 as a rank number, you have to use 9 for your next most confident. Then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Possible 55 points you can get just in this round alone. Hence, perfect time to join, because you could just come in and clean house right now. Big, big, big round to score points in. So yeah, this is the Flintstones. Name the alien who is banished from his home planet Zetox as punishment for inventing a button that could destroy the whole universe. Question number 8 now. In the X-Files, which of the two main characters is the believer in Extraterrestrials? That's right. One of the characters is a believer, one is not. And I have a little fun fact for you when we go through the answers after the break. For this particular question too. Yeah, so in the X-Files, which of the two main characters is the believer in the Extraterrestrials? Which of the two main characters? You've literally got a 50-50 option if you know the character names. Right here. One is a believer, one is not. You tell me which one you think, or is the believer. Question number 8. Question number 9 now. In American Horror Story Season 1, the murder house featured in the series is in fact called the what? So the murder house is actually called what? It's in the American Horror Story Season 1. The murder house featured in the series is in fact called the what? I wasn't a big American Horror Story fan at first. I think I watched the first episode or two and I didn't like it when it first was released. And then years later, my younger brother was raving about it, and Risa as well was also a kind of a big fan of it too, and liked some of it. So when we were in Australia last year, we started watching it all, and I got hooked on it. So we actually really enjoyed it. So it was something that I watched with Risa and my younger brother while we were visiting home in Australia back in November last year. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. We still haven't finished it actually. We kind of put it on hold because when we left Australia we didn't get a chance to finish it, and it kind of didn't feel the same without watching it with the little brother. Something that we all did together, which is kind of nice. But yeah, interesting show. Creepy. But good fun. And number 10, last question is this one. What is the Japanese name of the main antagonist in the Ring movie series and novel? The Japanese name of the main antagonist in the Ring movie series and novel. That's right, movie series and a novel. Dang, crazy, right? I know. Yeah, so the Japanese name of the main antagonist. Now, it is the end of the round, so again, what's going to happen is we're going to launch into a break, but before we go into a break, the question repeats will pop up on the screen. It'll be questions 1 to 5, and then 6 to 10. I'll put them up there for about a minute, maybe a little bit longer, because I know these rounds are a little bit trickier, because you got to do the ranking system as well, and we also had someone jump in on the Twitch feed that may need a little bit of time as well, so that's totally okay. This round takes a little longer anyway, because you guys got to rank your answers, not just come up with your answers, but rank them. So in regards to when you're ranking them, guys, if you're submitting them via the Google form, put your answer in the corresponding question number slot, and then put a space or a dash, and then put your rank number next to that, okay? So that way I know what rank number you're giving your answers when you send them through to me, okay? Now, obviously, for Harry Gandalf, who's joined on the Twitch stream, when we come back, you're going to be marking your own answers, marking your own scores when we go through the answers, and then you'll be submitting a final score to me as well, and that I'll be using to double check to make sure everything adds up correctly. So everyone who's been sending me their round answers from previous rounds and for this round, I'll be double checking everything with your math, using my math, as 2 heads are better than 1, and then we'll announce the winners of the trivia. So question repeats coming right up now, guys. So if you need them, they're going to pop up on the screen for you, and I'm going to launch straight into a break. Now remember, in the break screen we've got the trivia schedule up, but it is near the end because it is the end of June. I'm going to have July's schedule hopefully up by Friday when we do Friday's trivia as well. So that way you'll know the next month's schedule and trivia themes in advance. But till then, guys, here come the question repeats. We'll be back very soon after this break. Thanks for tuning in.
closer. I should have kissed a lip. Your hair was longer. I pulled away from it. Moved to the city. Over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors. I can't see anything. I'll be your coffee, I'll be your poster child. Walking like Jesus when all the stores are closed. You think of drowning out in your parents' pool. The water's freezing, it was September. I think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. You want that glimmer, I should have told you that. Now more than ever, the broken pieces fit. Scars and confetti, sawmill and Pontiac clips. I kept Valhalla, but I still want everything. I'll be your sweater, you be my wedding wall. Fighting like Gandhi, when all the lines are down. You dream of flying along the Zuiderzee. The sky was yellow, I still remember. Think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. I think I know you. We were here before the start of the storm. It's all around us, now we're coming back.
Alrighty guys, we are back! Good to see you. It's Tales of the Supernatural themed Trivs at Home Trivia. That's right. Gonna get through it now. I've changed the colours again at the back. Now we're looking kind of cool and aquatic, almost like we're in some sort of like underworld, water world feature kind of looking thing. I'll grab my stool again because I've actually enjoyed doing this whole seating thing. I only really stood up for the picture round, so maybe I might just move forward with that. Seating is good. I used to stand up the entire time for this, so kind of got, even though there's not much work, but just kind of standing around and moving back and forth and stuff. It's a lot of work without having a break anyway. But yes, so let's get right on into the answers. Thanks to those who sent your answers through once again. Greatly appreciate. Looks like everything has come through, which is awesome sauce. Including Harry Gandalf's as well, who came in just at the last round. Nice work, mate. I appreciate you getting some answers through. Good stuff. So what we're going to do now is actually go through the answer to the questions. And you're going to read, Harry Gandalf says, I literally do not know any of these answers. Well, hopefully you'll find out. Maybe you do. You submitted answers, so fingers crossed that you do know some. We'll see. We will see how you go. But yeah, so we're going to go through the answers. You will find out how many you got in regards to, obviously, what you've submitted. Write down the total score for this round and then add up everything from previous rounds, and you'll be submitting your final scores to me once again using the Google form. If you're using the Google form, you just go up to the top, enter your team name, and then when you're choosing the round number, there's an option that just says submit final score, and then there's a little option underneath that, or section underneath that, to write your final score. Then scroll all the way down, click submit, and bam, I get it. If you're using the Facebook message option, just screenshot of a circled number of whatever your final score is, and then send it through to me. Love the cool setup, by the way, says Harry Gandalf. Thanks, good sir. It's really cool. We've got the little background, we've got the lights that can change and everything else. I'm using OBS software for all this, so it allows me to do like cool little links and stuff. I got like pictures here and round descriptions, text on this side, more text on that one, but that's just because this just for the final rounds. There's a little more information involved. The trivia theme up here, in case you forget, questions down there, the little logo as well. But we've got a little tip jar as well right here. So if you guys want to send us a tip, either myself or Risa, she's not performing tonight, but she will be back on Friday singing for everybody here who tunes in. She sings a couple of times during these trivia, so you get some trivia as well as some amazing vocals, mate. Some amazing vocals. How could you go wrong with such amazing entertainment? And it's all for free too. We just do this because we love performing. This is what our art is, what we do. So hopefully you guys enjoy it too. So let's get into the answers now for the final rounds and find out how you guys all did. So question number 1 was, what is the name of the Snapchat ghost? The Snapchat ghost name is Ghostface Chiller. Ghostface Chiller. That is the name of the Snapchat ghost. Ghostface Chiller. So there you go. I didn't know that until I, again, looked that up. And I haven't even used Snapchat, to be honest. So if it was me without looking up these questions, I would not know the answer to that. I would have to rely on my team, or I would have to take a random guess. But anyway, what do K2 meters measure? Question number 2. What do they measure? They measure electromagnetic fields. They measure electromagnetic fields. A lot of ghost hunters use them. So that's what the relation is in regards to tales of the supernatural, ghosts, all that kind of stuff. They use K2 meters for ghost hunting. But yes, they measure electromagnetic fields. Number 3, name the show featuring villains named the Governor, Negan, and Shane. Well, that would be The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is the show, and it's also a comic book series too. The Walking Dead, number 3 there. Number 4, what is Crowley's nickname for Sam Winchester in Supernatural? Well, his nickname is Moose. Moose, that's right, he uses animal nicknames for the 2 brothers in the Supernatural TV series. So this one in particular is Moose we're looking for, number 4. Number 5, how many people associated with The Exorcist died during production? Now this is actually quite sad and also creepy because 9 people associated with The Exorcist died during the production of it. Like a whole bunch of different people involved in the production. That's crazy considering you're filming a horror film that's super creepy anyway, and 9 people actually died during this production. That's just weird. That's just creepy. It's bizarre, but also some cool random fact that you guys can let people know. If you want to have like a random facts night with friends, and you'd be like, hey, guess what? I learned this through trivia, through this very handsome fellow named the People's Dwarf, aka Jeremy-Hallam, that 9 people died during the production of The Exorcist. And we'll be like, what? And you'll be like, yep. And they'll be like, there you go. And who's this Jeremy guy? He sounds cool. Well, you can introduce him to me. I appreciate that. That's exactly how the conversation should go. I mean, why wouldn't it go that way? Number 6 now. Oh, Karen Graham says, I put aura for number 2. Aura in regards to electromagnetic fields. I was looking for electromagnetic fields for number 2, Karen. Not aura. So I'm going to only accept electromagnetic fields for number 2, alright? I appreciate you asking. Sometimes there's a bit of leeway in regards to particular answers for questions, but we wanted electromagnetic fields to what they actually measure. Because that's what they do. The K2 meters measure electromagnetic fields. And yeah, Harry Gandalf, people really died during the filming of that movie. 9 of them. Of that movie. Like, not even just like 1. Like, occasionally you'll hear, like, I mean, it's always sad when anyone dies, obviously. And like, if you get people that maybe die on set, or something is a complication in regards to filming of some sort of film, but 9? And in you're filming a super creepy, scary film where people like may die and stuff in it anyway, that's even creepier. Like, if I was working on that set, as soon as the first person, or I'd heard the first person died, I would've been like, I'm out. This is weird. The film is cursed. I'm out. Like, just go. Or maybe that's what they did, and maybe that's why they all, like, the following people also died, because it was a curse, and they had to finish it. The first one was an accident, but the rest were cursed. I don't know. I don't actually know what the thing is. I'll have to look it back up again. But yeah, it was 9. Sorry, I got carried away talking about it, because it just seems bizarre and weird and creepy, but yeah. Super scary, man. Super scary. Number 6, Shirley Jackson is the author of what popular 1959 gothic horror novel? That would be The Haunting of Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House, which is also a TV series. So there you go. The Haunting of Hill House is the author of what popular 1959 gothic horror novel. There you go. Number 7 now. In the Flintstones, name the alien who is banished from his planet Zetox, home planet Zetox, as punishment for inventing a button that could destroy the whole universe. Well, this is the Great Gazoo. That's right, in the Flintstones, there is an alien that apparently wanted to destroy the entire universe. In the Flintstones. This is also mind-boggling. Again, love the fact that I can learn this stuff and also share it with you guys while we're playing some fun trivia, so that's great too. And Harry Gandalf says, that's wild, note to self, never help out on any scary movies. Right? I know. Or, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, send a message to like the spirits and stuff and just be like, hey, I mean, I disrespect, we're just here filming, and I respect you guys, so please don't curse me or kill me and my friends and film crew. We're just here to film a movie, and then we'll leave you be, and then just run and do your job, and then just leave. So, I don't know, maybe it's because they didn't, I don't know, respect the place of filming or something, and they were cursed, I don't know. But yeah, I would definitely be saying some sort of prayer or message to the spirits in that section area, and just be like, hey, just here to film, don't mean to interrupt, please bear with us, and then we'll be out of here. But yeah. Ooh, John Rankin said, I put The Haunting. The Haunting of Hill House is what we're looking for the previous question. So sorry, buddy. But yes, Great Gazoo for number 7. Number 8 now, in the X-Files, which of the two main characters is the believer in Extraterrestrials? It is Mulder. Mulder is the character that is the believer in Extraterrestrials. And fun fact, in real life, the two characters, Mulder and Scully, are actually flipped. Because in real life, they're the opposite. So Mulder is the believer in Extraterrestrials, but in real life, he thinks it's all fake. He thinks it's all, like, he doesn't believe in any of it. But Scully, in the show, isn't the believer, but outside of the show, does believe in it. So how cool and weird and funny and kooky is that? Because you have to play your opposite in the whole TV series that they did. So things that they believed in, they had to go and play a character that was the complete opposite. Which is kind of cool, because you get to, literally, it's putting a character together, because against what you believe, you have to go against the opposite. So you have to create that character, which is, I think it's kind of cool. So good on them for being able to do that, and do that really well in that series. Number 9 now, in the American Horror Story Season 1, the murder house featured in the series is in fact called It is the Rosenheim Mansion. The Rosenheim Mansion, and I believe it's actually in California. Named after Albert or Alfred Rosenheim, or someone Rosenheim, and it's a super old mansion. It's still around, but yeah, it was actually used as the murder house in the American Horror Story Season 1, so the Rosenheim Mansion, and I believe it's also been used in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you guys ever watched that TV series, it was used in an episode or some for Buffy the Vampire Slayer as well. So it seems to be a horror-themed mansion that they use in various shows. So there you go. Another little fun fact there. And number 10 now. What is the Japanese name of the main antagonist in the Ring movie series and novel? What would my character opposite belief be? I mean, I believe in, like, spirits and stuff. Not to the extent of all the creepy, weird ones, but I believe that there's, some sort of afterlife-ish and maybe spirits that, look over us and that kind of thing, because I want to believe in that. So, I guess my character opposite belief would not be believing in anything. I guess if that's what it is, that's what the opposite means. So if my character believes that there are spirits and, like, spirits looking over us and stuff, like, past family members and friends and all that kind of stuff, I mean, that's what I believe. I guess my opposite belief would be not believing in that. So there you go, John, who asked that question on the Facebook chat. There you go. What would yours be, good sir? What would your opposite belief be? Yes, number 10, sorry, the answer to number 10 is Sadako. Sadako is the Japanese name of the main antagonist in the Ring movie series and novel. Sadako. Sadako is what we're looking for number 10. So, with all those answers in mind, ladies and gents, tally up your scores. Remember, your rank number is what you're going to get for the correct points in this particular round, and then add all your totals up from previous rounds 1, 2, and 3, and then once again submit your final score to me. So if you do it in the Facebook option, use the Facebook Messenger chat, and just send me a screenshot of a big fat number circled for your total score. If you're using the Google form link, there is an option where you go in there, enter your team name. When choosing which round, go to the very bottom of that little selection, and it'll be submitting final score. Select that, And then underneath that, in the next section, is where you put your final score. Scroll all the way down, submit form. I'll get a copy of that. Now, usually Risa Mei performs here to keep you guys entertained while I'm double checking numbers. But again, she's working on some voice stuff, so she's unavailable for tonight. But she will be back on Friday to sing for us in our next trivia session. So definitely tune in for that one. It'll be Friday at 7 p.m. So whether you're watching this on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or wherever it is, come in and tune on that. Harry Gandalf, you already said that you didn't get any points. Well, at least you tried, good sir. I appreciate you jumping in right at the last couple of minutes and trying to submit. So there was a little bit of pressure on you then, but that's totally fine. Now you've learned a few random things like the stuff about the Exorcist movie and all the rest of it, so it is not a complete loss, my friend. You have learned some random bits of knowledge that you can take forward with you into the world when we're allowed to go back out into the world, obviously. But yes, so submit your scores through to me. I'm going to load up the break screen once again. That's got a little bit of the schedule on there for the remaining month. I mean, we pretty much are June 30th, but I believe it has Friday's theme up there, so you know what's coming up on Friday. And then on Friday, I will actually have the rest of July's trivia schedule planned out, so you guys will be able to see what the schedule is for the next month of trivia that we're doing. But in the meantime, here comes the break screen. Remember, get those points sent through to me using the other Google form or the Facebook Messenger option. The quicker you do it, the quicker I can double check it, and then we can find out who the winners are of tonight's trivia, and then you guys can get back to doing whatever it is you're doing. But again, appreciate you guys tuning in for this. And for those who are on Twitch, I will be doing a game stream a little bit later as well of The Last of Us Part 2. I think it'll be day 6 of me playing it now. Amazing game, and speaking of supernatural and scary, that game is actually scary, so if you like that, feel free to tune in and watch that as well. But otherwise, here comes the break screen. We'll be back soon, guys, with the final scores for the trivia for tonight. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for playing, and yeah, we'll be back real soon.
You leaned in closer, I should have kissed you. Your hair was longer, I pulled away from it. Moved to the city, over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors, I can't see anything. I'll be your coffee, I'll be your poster child. Walking like Jesus when all the stores are closed. You think of drowning out in your parents' pool. The water's freezing, it was September. I think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back. Now you're coming back. You want that glamour, I should have told you that. Now more than ever, the broken pieces fit. Scars and confetti, sawmill and Pontiac clips. I kept Valhalla, but I still want everything. I'll be your sweater, you be my wailing wall. Fighting like Gandhi, when all the lines are down. You dream of flying along the Zuyderzee. The sky was yellow, I still remember. Think I know you. I was here before the start of the storm. It's all around you, now you're coming back home. Now you're coming back. I think I know you. We were here before the start of the storm. It's all around us, now we're coming back.
Alrighty guys, we are back. Thank you once again for spinning your scores through to me. I have double checked everything and everything is A-okay, so nice work there. So what we're going to do is going to go through the team scores, reading from the lowest to the highest. You guys are going to find out how you guys did overall. So here we go. Harry Gandalf, as he mentioned earlier, 0 points, but he did come in on question 7 for the last round there. So it was a little bit tricky to try and scurry through some answers. But hey, thanks for tuning in. And remember, we do this from Tuesday nights and Friday nights at 7 p.m. PST time. So if you guys want to come in, make sure you get here from the start. That'll be awesome. And maybe invite some friends and stuff too. And then that way you guys can hopefully share the brain knowledge and do better scores and go from there. But again, thanks for tuning in, Harry Gandalf. Good stuff. Then we had Lewis on 14 points. He was another Twitch watcher as well for the first time. So thanks for tuning in, Lewis. Greatly appreciated. And well done there on 14. Then we had Honey Bear on 21.75 points. So congratulations, Honey Bear. Thanks for tuning in and playing. Then we had Sir John on 22 points, just ahead of them. We followed that with the Supernaturals on 32 points. Congratulations to those guys. Not a bad score, again, for the first timers. We had Pigeons and Penguins, a regular team here, on 35. Thanks for coming in and playing, guys. Followed by, we go through that, then third place, we get the Hospital Gang on 48 points. So congratulations to the Hospital Gang getting on 48 points there. Then was a tight spot for second and first, 1 point between it. We had Goop on 51 points for second place, followed by the Ghastly Ghouls on 52 points. So congratulations, guys. Thanks for tuning in and playing, all of you. You've all been amazing. I've been amazing. So pretty much together we're just fully amazing people, which is great. So thanks for tuning in. We'll be doing this again on Friday, once again with the trivia and the theme. I forget what the trivia theme is, actually. It is, Around the World in 4 Rounds. That's right. Around the World in 4 Rounds is the trivia theme for Friday. So it's going to be questions from all around the world. So if you got your geography, if you specialize in that, if you've traveled a little bit, it'll be around for you. So you guys get in amongst it and share it with your friends too. Feel free to jump in and share my pages, whether it's the Twitch or the YouTube, Facebook, and Mixer as well. Definitely jump in and follow, likes on my Twitch and YouTube channel, especially. They're the ones I'm trying to get likes and subscribers and followers on, so I appreciate any support there. If you like what you saw with the trivia tonight, feel free to let me know with the PayPal and Venmo donations if you would like to send a little bit. It goes a long way and I'll greatly appreciate it. Risa Mei will be back on Friday performing with us as well, so that'll be something to look forward to. But otherwise, guys, have a great and safe week. Look after each other, take care of each other and your family and your friends. Have a wonderful week. We'll be back on Friday. Again, as I said, you've been great, I've been great, and we'll see you Friday, guys. Thank you again.
You leaned in closer, I should have kissed a little. Your hair was longer, I pulled away from it. Moved to the city, over the Tappan Zee Bridge. You like the colors, I can't see